Morning, folks. So today I'm getting ready to take my family over to take their first tour of a tiny house. We're gonna go over and see my buddy Mario's place, and we'll see how that goes.
It's really got the copper look, and like the how copper turns green.
And so it has the paint that they put on there reflects 95% of the UV rays, so it's not absorbing all that to heat and everything. And under every little tile looking thing, it's actually foam. So there's these long foam inserts that are that long and they slide into them. So that way it helps with insulation and it lets me stand on my roof on the loft. And it doesn't indent it at all. Heater. Interesting part, being in the hot Vegas heat and how dry it is, this guy right here. Because this is one solid piece, all one long piece.
Yeah.
So it just dried it out even more, and the wood, all of it kind of just moved a little bit. But,
so can you treat it or anything though?
Yeah, it's treated. It actually has rosewood oil.
Yeah.
That protects it. So every year I just have to redo it.
Yeah.
To give it a protection, and it'll be fine. It'll last for a long time. Just got cable installed yesterday, and then right here it has power outlet. I have an Ethernet right in here because
Ethernet. That's cool.
And I didn't do it first. I did this one first, and this one was just telephone cord, because some RV parks, wherever I'm at, if I need internet or DSL or something, and then I did cable, but I forgot about Ethernet because like where I was at in Corona in Southern California, I just had a long Ethernet cord from the cable modem inside the house and just ran it into there. So I had to cut this one like a year later to do it, so that way I have all that M power on the outside.
Right.
I didn't even think about that. That's a good idea. The Ethernet. You don't even think about that.
Yeah, just in case. And then this hose is for the air conditioner, so that way that's where it drains out. And I had this whole nice fancy plan to get a piece of copper and make it look, all pretty, and I just got lazy. So, and then this is supposed to be covered with a piece of wood, but this is all the piping for the AC system.
Oh, okay.
So the AC system is a standard split unit, but this one right here is so efficient. I pay about $3 a week on electricity, and this is on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is non-stop. It's on, and I pay $3 a week, and my monthly bill for electricity here, I actually pay more in the whole utility processing fee and everything they charge me. I pay more than the actual electricity I use. Yeah. And then this one, you'll see inside it's wireless. I can control it with my phone. So when I'm not here, I can set the temperature at say 90. So that way it doesn't get too hot.
Right.
And then before I get home, I can turn it on. Like when I left eating the buffet, I turned it on, and it took about 37 minutes to get here, and it went from 92 down to 68, I think it was.
Yeah.
So that way it's nice and cold. But this unit, most units, and I didn't know this, but most units could only withstand 14-degree Fahrenheit temperature. That's the lowest temperature they can go where they can work. After that, they won't work or damage them. This one can go to negative 14. So if it ever gets really, really cold, it'll do it. And it's air conditioner and heater all in one. So it does both. Yeah.
You haven't had to use the heater yet, right?
I use the heater because I went up to the mountains and I've been to places where it's cold, and the heater you can't have on for more than 20 minutes.
Oh,
you
it's
can't.
too hot.
It's too hot. Like you'll start sweating. So you put it on and then you have to turn it off, or you set the temperature in there, which is kind of neat. where it regulates itself. So you set a certain temperature, and if it needs to cool, it'll cool. If it needs to heat, it'll heat. So it always keeps it at that temperature. Yeah. And then underneath, you can see I have LED lights. So at night, when it's dark, it lights up right up to about right here. You'll get solid light, and then it starts to fade a little further. But it'll light it all up, and I control that with my phone, and I control it with remotes in there that are wireless. So it goes all the way around. So when I come home, it's programmed.
Oh, it's much roomier inside than you would think.
Yeah.
Keeping up the great outdoors.
Yeah.
So the door is wireless too. So that VPN right there, the door has a keypad, and when it opens and closes, or if it senses any movement like that, it'll notify me, and it gives a marker. If it senses a really loud bang, like someone's trying to break in, it'll notify me right away, and that way I can know someone's trying to break in or hitting it in some way.
Yeah.
And if I'm not home and someone wants to get in, let's say you came in, you're like, Mario, I'm here.
I did that last time, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I can just go and put in a temporary code, and the person has access to that code for an hour, a day, a week, and all that stuff and everything.
So you can let somebody in your house when you're not even
Yeah,
here.
when I'm not even
that's
here.
Cool.
And then it'll lock itself. So once they lock it, that code is disabled. They can't use it again whatsoever. Kitchen area. So kitchen right here. I like room. I like space. And when I cook pots, pans, I want to have that space. So that's why I got this one. Amazon, $279 for this right here. And it's 16 gauge stainless steel. So the fancy ones they charge $1,000 for. It's the same. It's actually thicker than those nice fancy ones that they charge $1,000 or more for. It's made in China. It's just stainless steel to me, stainless steel. Faucet right there is, more of a commercial looking faucet. But what I learned is the outside can look fancy, but the inside, if it's too cheap, they'll use plastic parts. All the parts inside there where the water runs through are brass parts, so they'll last longer. That was like, I think it was $300 for that one. And then this right here comes up and slides. And then I have my cutting board right there that actually I designed fits perfectly right in this whole area. So it now becomes just extra space, and that's why I can actually have
like another counter.
Yeah, like another counter. When I cut and do vegetables and everything, I'll put it in here and then rinse them off, so that way I still can drain out into the sink. And then Pinterest, I love Pinterest. I saw those on Pinterest.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I have to do it. So the things I use the most, which is my coconut oil, my rice, my popcorn, and then my sugar over there.
Popcorn Dad. He's a man after your own heart.
Storage up here.
You gotta get a wine rack, though. That's not a good way to store your wine.
Oh, I don't drink that. Most of them you'll see. Those are the years I got them, 98, 2000. Because I don't drink them.
Sideways.
The
cork to dry out.
I just got them from Corona last week in a box that I've had them in for years and years. And
so they're probably already bad.
Probably.
Well, no, this is the cork dries.
How would he store it? He could store
Well,
it like this?
You can get a little wine rack and set it
Put
there
'em up
that'll
there.
hold it.
Yeah,
Or even there's
it
some-
has to be tilted down.
Yeah,
hang 'em on the
walls.
walls.
Because the wine is supposed to stay on the cork, because otherwise the cork will dry out.
Yeah.
And then you're...
I'll have to do
It looks
something
nice
like
with a
that.
wine
Yeah.
rack right up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, or on the walls. They have nifty ones you
And
can
then behind
buy.
here, but behind there, you'll see that white box up there.
Yeah.
My whole place is set up for solar. So that's an inverter, converter, everything set up, and these are my batteries right here. So I can go unplug right now. I'll do it.
Oop, sorry.
Yeah, it's a lot roomier inside than I thought it was going to be.
His friend is an artist. He did those, and he did these over here too. This one's really cool. He did actually Mario's tiny house. He drew.
That changed, Mario, when you unplug something.
I just unplugged the power. So right now, it's running on the batteries.
Oh.
So I didn't get my solar panels yet because the solar panels I need are $1,000, and well, I haven't really needed them, so I'm waiting. But these batteries are saltwater batteries, and they will last 20 years. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with batteries, but if you drain your car battery, if you drain it all the way, it's gonna go bad.
Right.
Because these are made out of salt water, carbon, carbon oxide and stainless steel. It's all natural materials, and like salt water from the ocean, salt water. There's nothing harmful, so you can drain all the power down to zero, charge it up, and it doesn't affect it. And I'll get 15 to 20 years of life on these, instead of the standard 3 or 4 or 5 years or anything. But these two right here will run my house for 2 days. So once I get my solar panels, they'll be on that side over there, on the side of the wall, and then I'll never.
You're just gonna, are you gonna mount them on the house? Or you're gonna have them?
Yeah, I mount them on the side of the house though, so that way they flip up like an awning,
right,
and give me shade.
Are you still going to use that?
Oh yeah, because with the solar, it'll charge these. Once these are charged, then the panels will just be using the power to power the house. But then come at night, when there's no sun, these batteries will run everything at night, and in the morning, it'll charge them back up, and then just use the sun. So that way, it's designed to be self-sufficient. So these copper pipes right here are just for looks. So I have the wire from these, which these two right here and these two right here are running through these. This one right here is for this device that connects all the way up there, so that way I can monitor and control everything in there.
That looks good. The copper pipe is a good idea.
Yeah, it looks nice, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Well, you didn't run it. He did spray in insulation, so he didn't want to run it through the walls, because then you got to undo all that later if you need to work on it.
If
Or
you see right there in the kitchen, those are my water pipes, hot and cold. The reason I did that is a buddy of mine, he's actually a brother in San Francisco. He was on the TV show Town Here's Nation. When they ran his plastic piping, it's called PEX piping for the water in the walls, and they were doing the finishing nails on the trim. One of the long ones went in, but it took them 3 months to figure out that it was leaking, because it was such a small leak that they had to tear out the whole wall, go in there, find it. Once they found it, repaired it, covered it up, re-insulate it, and then cover the wall. That I'm like, I don't want that to happen. The stove is a standard regular stove. This burner right here is powerful, very powerful. And then all my other standard burners, but these guys right here. So this was really important for me. Notice the door. I want you to do me a favor. Try closing the door. It creates a vacuum in here.
Wow.
So when I'm cooking, smell and smoke is not escaping up there at all. It's being sucked out. So I don't need to worry about it. But also what I learned is it actually acts as a way to circulate air in here. So I can actually be up there, and let's just say there was smoke up there, because I fill up the whole house with smoke, with hot oil smoke. I turned this on, and under 4 minutes my whole house got clear. So it circulates air. So I can open up a window up there, turn this on, and it's going to help circulate air in here when I need to. So this is important. And not many tiny houses do it where it vents out. They'll do one that recirculates, but they don't do it where it vents out, which is huge. Because if you ever see my photos, I mean, when I cook, I'm cooking, and smoke and smell and everything, so I never have to worry about that whatsoever.
This magnet.
Yeah, I got this on Amazon.
Yeah.
I like that it was 2 of them, and then these knives right here from Costco.
Yeah, but that's better. That's what keeps your knives from getting dull. When you throw knives in a drawer, they run against each other and everything. And that
Sorry,
makes them.
Mario.
Oh no, it's okay.
I've
It
seen
sticks sometimes.
they make wooden ones too that have the magnet behind. So if
Yeah.
you want the wood look, you can do
You
that
can do
too.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's another space saver.
this stovetop, range hood, backsplash, and my floor are from Costco.
Oh,
So, yeah.
nice.
And then over here, let me do this. I'm gonna connect the power on outside real quick.
Yeah, this is new. He had, when I came last time, he didn't have the couch. He had a giant bean bag.
This lets out into a bed.
And then,
Like you can
yeah,
lay it
it's a
down.
futon.
Yeah.
And then this
Pretty
is,
good. Yeah, remember I told you about the mirror?
yeah.
And let me make sure. Put that turned on. And then my outlets all have USB, so that way, like these right here, I have my USB for charging instead of them taking the outlet in there.
Right.
TV comes out, so that way you can swing it whichever way when I'm cooking. But here, I'm just gonna move it right here. You can see the spray foam
Oh yeah.
in the back.
Yeah,
So that way, that is sprayed all the way around. So it's 3.5 inches. And with that, when it was what 117 here.
Ooh.
It was 64 inside here. And this has to be on low just to maintain it. It doesn't need to be on high or anything like that. So I mean, it makes a huge difference. Then, and then I designed this right here. All my piping for my air conditioning. If I ever need to access it and do work on it, I can easily take these pieces off and do the work on it versus being hidden or anything like that. Yeah, so I can make it easier. And then, let's see, water tank underneath there. My storage of my cans for right now, my fridge, tankless water heater, that white box over there to the right where my trash can's at. The minute I turn on hot water, less than 30 seconds, it's hot. It means steaming hot.
Yeah.
So it's quick, and that way it's not always burning propane just when I need it. This couch does fold out.
You had the beanbag when I was here last time in Sacramento.
Yeah, I love the beanbag.
What happened to it?
Well, it wouldn't fit. It was too big.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a beanbag in here. It was
It was really big. Yeah, it was
But
comfy too.
I actually liked it better than this because you can lay in it, sleep in it, you can form it into a chair, but it was so
Shapes
comfortable.
your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one right here, it's a couch. So, yeah.
It's a decent sized one too to
it's
fit
not
in
bad.
here.
It's not
Yeah.
bad. Air sensor, that white box up there, and then that other white box down there by the window, they monitor my air. So I know the air quality in here. Because in a small space, it does make a difference. And what I learned with these air sensors, when all my windows are closed and the skylight's closed at night, the air quality raises. Not to where it's dangerous, but it's just not good.
Right.
Skylight here also has this remote. So I can turn it, open and close it, or set the program up, and I never have to worry about it not having power. You'll see a little circle with a hole at the very bottom as it's opening up. And you can actually buy what do you call it, a blind that goes in there, and it'll power it, or it'll roll up and down, so this way you get no light, and you can black it out if you want to. But it's $350 for those. So I'm like, I really don't need that right now. So yeah,
I don't think I'm gonna do skylights. I think for me they're just
you don't need them.
no. And everything I've read, it's like if you mess up, you end up with leaks, and you got to be very careful with how you do it. And they say anytime you make a hole in your roof, you're gonna jack it up, and that's probably what I would do. So I think I won't.
I over caulked it and sealed it.
Yeah.
That one, silly me, I put that one up first, and I'm like, oh, I am just gonna get window caulking and put it around there, because silly me, because I know what I'm doing, right?
Of course, you've built lots of these houses,
Yeah.
right?
So, and then it rained, and all of a sudden it was leaking, and I didn't have no insulation. It was just all bare walls and everything, and it's leaking. I'm like, what the heck? What's going on? And then I take it all apart and everything, and then the caulking, it just peels right off. Like there's no. So I had to go, and I got the roof one, and I overdid it and everything. Like nothing's gonna go through, but like Jeremy said,
and I figured with the dormers and everything, it's gonna let in enough light.
Oh yeah.
For me, I mean, I like a lot of light, but I figured even without the skylights.
No, the dormers, it lets in so much light. So
Yeah.
much light.
These lights are nice too.
Oh,
Yeah.
The ones that you put in.
Any questions?
No, but you could mount that one if you wanted to. The controls.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
This
you
one.
mounted it
Yeah.
up
So
there.
like I have the one in the restroom mounted. I have that
Yeah.
one mounted. This one right here, I just kept around because I show it and carry it
Right.
around in here and everything. But when you mount it, this stays there. You can still take these off. So it's all so it's two
Yeah.
pieces.
And he can also control all this with his phone too. So if he
Yeah.
has his
Right.
iPhone, he can tell
Just in
Siri
case you
to.
misplace
You can
it.
talk to Siri, right?
Yeah.
And you can tell her.
Siri, dim the lights.
And
See
then
if she'll work
Siri
for
will
you.
do it.
Dim kitchen lights to 30%. No, Siri, I don't like you.
Shut up, Siri.
When she wants to listen, she'll do it.
Yeah.
So, but I do the front door. I can control this, the lights, and all that stuff. So that way, it's.
Yeah. I got that new Amazon Echo.
How do you like it?
I like it. The voice recognition is awesome.
It's good?
Yeah, even with music playing, with the TV on, it still hears you. And Siri's so
Siri
like,
doesn't do that.
oh, she's so annoying. But yeah, the Alexa is what it is, and it works really well. And I figured for all this stuff, it'll be great because you can tell it the same thing. Like Alexa, turn the lights down to 40%. You can do music, you can do all that, whatever, as long as it's hooked up to Wi-Fi.
Because it's just,
Yeah.
when Alexa gets upgraded, you just get the upgrade.
Right.
And you
Yeah.
do all that stuff. So
Very nice. You know what I figured too? It was smart is the floor is darker because you know you can if it was light it would be dirty.
yeah, I like the natural wood, and I was looking and looking, and floors are expensive.
Yeah.
And you go real wood and you go fake. So this is laminate, and it was at Costco. It was
You got it like that, or you stained it?
No, I got it like that. But it's a
Yeah.
floating floor, so it's not glued on. As you can see, as it moves in the temperature,
Yeah.
it just starts to naturally, you know,
Yeah.
you'll get your little gaps once in a while and stuff. And but
I was thinking of going with cork. Like those cork squares.
I
It's
heard
supposed to
cork's
be
very
really
durable.
good. And it's
Yeah.
supposed to be kind of spongy and it's easy to clean and it's good. Like it's cool
Yeah.
in the summertime. And
Light too.
so I thought
Yeah.
about doing that. And I like how it looks. It looks really
Weight.
nice.
Weight.
yeah, weight, because this is 9,800 and about 9,840 pounds.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And
That's-
with the batteries, wow. Because
that-
they estimate about 10,000 pounds for the
These
Cypress.
batteries, each one is 250 pounds. So that's
That's
500
good.
pounds.
Wow.
Now. So if I didn't have these, I would be 200 pounds, which
Yeah.
is, most people are over 10,000 for 20 feet. They're at 11,000 because they have lots of cabinets. They have a lot.
Right.
I don't get it, but these right here, if you see the thickness, it's not that thick. They will
Right.
get floor, wooding, tongue and groove panels, and put it all the way around, and that is thick and heavy, and they put it all the way around. It just, yeah.
The stuff that the plans call for, is this what Tumbleweed
Yeah.
call for? It's
Yeah.
it's for closets. Like when
Yeah.
you install closets in the house, like
Oh,
for the
yeah.
wall. I mean, it's really thin,
Yeah.
but it's for that because I mean, the thicker the stuff on the wall is, you lose living space too. Because if it's an extra inch on either side, that's 2 inches
That year.
that your living space is gone, and
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense. So
So this one's for sale.
As long as you're insulated, you're good.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's just for look.
And even these inner walls are really thin. I mean, you don't even use 2x4s to frame the inner walls.
Yeah.
You use 2x2s or whatever because again, you don't need.
It's not structural. It's
Yeah.
just there to separate, and that's it. And I have all red cedar inside there, so that way.
Hmm.
So you selling
And it
this
smells
one,
good?
Mario?
Yeah, I'm selling this one. So this way, the money I get for this one, I can build another one for me and the future missus, which will happen in November.
It'll be a little bit bigger though. Right?
Yeah, we're gonna do a 30-foot gooseneck, because that'll give an extra 8 feet over the 30 feet, so it'll be total 38 feet.
Nice.
But this way, the bed can be on the gooseneck level, floor level, because her knees, she doesn't have the best knees. So going up in this, she can do for a while, but we're looking long term because this is paid off. I don't own nothing.
So one thing, where's the bedroom? Upstairs?
Upstairs.
Uh-huh.
That's a headache city for somebody like me.
Hard to get up and down, huh?
No sitting up too quick and banging your head on it. It hurts like crazy.
There's quite a bit of space up there,
Yeah.
though. You can sit up.
Yeah, you
and,
can sit up. You'll have
Yeah.
about that much space.
Even at 6'2"?
Even at 6'2"?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, even at 6'2".
Unbelievable.
Well, at 6'2", you'll have that much space.
That's not what I thought.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. It's a lot roomier inside than it looks from the outside.
Yeah.
From the outside, it looks really small, but it's really.
Once
pretty
you get
roomy.
inside, because of the
Yeah.
walls and the way everything
and I
is,
think
it
it's plus
just
the high ceiling too, and
Yeah.
all of that contributes.
makes a
Dad's
difference.
already
You don't
staying
feel
in it.
claustrophobic at all.
Yeah.
Only one problem. I spent 22 and a half years driving a truck, and I got to have room.
Yeah.
When you're an 8x8, 24 hours a day,
You're like, no more, that's it.
you got it.
What do you think, Jess?
Well, I spent 22 and a half years driving a truck. We left
Yeah, a lot bigger on the
Canada
inside.
35 below. Heavy jacket,
Yep.
scar.